What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the first of 6 Wildcard playoff editions of What's the Game Plan. Today, we have the matchup that I think will replicate the Week 8 victory between the Saints, where they beat the Bears 23-20. I have returning winners, Ross Jackson representing the Saints and Prez representing the Bears. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good, but man, you already just you just buried me in the open.
I didn't bury you, man. It was a great matchup, man.
It was a very fun matchup.
It was a fun matchup.
I particularly really enjoyed it, but I understand. No, man, glad to be back with you, bro. And Prez, good to meet you, man. I love that hat, yo.
Thank you, appreciate that, fam.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
hey, man, so we won't spend a lot of time with introductions. We've met these two gentlemen before. Again, like I said, Ross was on against the Saints against the Chiefs, won the matchup, but unfortunately the Saints ended up losing that game against the Chiefs. And Prez was here Week 8 against the Saints, won the matchup as well, but unfortunately the team run the wheel game. So we're dealing with two teams here that have won on the show, but there was no implementation on the actual game itself. So again, it should be a fun matchup. I'm looking forward to it. All right, gentlemen. All right, so we'll jump in straight into it. If you watched the show before, then you know the rules, all right? We go to 4 fast rounds with data analytical questions where we pull from Sharp Football Stats, Pro Football Focus, Pro Football Reference, the Football Outsiders, and we quiz our opponents on what do they know. However, would it be in the playoffs, it wouldn't be right if we didn't do a flip, so we choose more opportunities for our participants to score points, all right? So instead of just having one question per quarter, they now can decide whether or not they want to choose a field goal or kick a touchdown. The field goal questions are more player-based, whereas the 7 points are what we've usually done on the show, more stats, trends, and percentages, all right? We've also included the opportunity for our participants to steal a question per half. So in the event that their opponent gets a question that they feel that they're confident to get the answer in the event that the opposing gets the question wrong, that participant can say, hey, pick 6, take the question, and steal those points if they get the question right. And the last thing we've instituted is an onside kick. So in the event at halftime and the opposing is down by 10 or more points, they can say, hey, I want to go for an onside kick. In the question, they get an unbiased question to either side. If they answer it, they get 7 points added to their score. But if they get it wrong, then their opponent automatically gets 7 points. So you're dealing with some risk reward there, which should make for a higher scoring game, hopefully, but a funner matchup. All right, gentlemen?
Love it.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So the Bears are visiting New Orleans. Prez, you could decide whether or not you want to field the first question, or does your strong defense lead you hopefully into another victory?
Oh, man, I'm deferring, fam.
There we go. They say defense wins championships, and in the postseason, that's what we all hope to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Ross, with that being said, you're up first. What's
all
the
right.
game plan? So to open up the game, are we going for a field goal or a touchdown?
All right. So I think that in this game, the key is a hot start for the Saints on offense.
Okay.
They need to put points on the board. So I'm going to go for it. Let me go ahead and try for a touchdown to kick it off.
Here we go. So Ross takes a 7-point question for a touchdown in the first quarter. Your first quarter question. The Bears offense has struggled to stay on the field this season. In the Bears' 8 losses, they average less than 20 first downs per game, and their third down conversion rate is worse than the league. According to TeamRankings.com, how many first downs are they averaging per game throughout this season? Is it A, 20.9, B, 18.8, C, 23.1, or D, 22.5?
This is how many they're averaging seeing, not how many conversions they're averaging, right?
Yeah, how many they're getting per game?
All right, I'm going to go with I'm going 20.9, A.
All right, Ross takes A, 20.9. And he's right, ladies and gentlemen. He jumps out to that hot start like he asked for. He is absolutely right. In the Week 8 loss against the Saints, they only had 18 first downs. All right, so 20 is that hot number. If they're able to get over 20 first downs this game, they may be in a situation where they can actually still an upset in New Orleans this weekend.
You just drove the ball down the field on me. I feel
drove the ball down the field and put up 7 points.
I'm tell you right now, my brain is as tired as Drew Brees' arm, man.
There we go. Ross jumps out to a 7-point lead, which may back Prez into a corner here with his first quarter question. Let's see what he does. Are you going for a field goal or a touchdown?
I'm going to go field goal.
Okay. Prez just wants to put points on the board. I like it. Here we go.
It's smart.
Your first quarter question. Running back Alvin Kamara's availability will be the biggest question for the Saints' offense this week. He leads the Saints in all statistical categories, and his 1,688 yards from scrimmage is third best in the league. Which Saints player has the second highest scrimmage yards according to Pro Football Reference? Is it A, Latavius Murray, B, Taysom Hill, C, Emmanuel Sanders, or D, Jared Cook?
So second and
Second on the team.
How did you frame the question again? One more time.
Who has the second highest amount of scrimmage yards from scrimmage on the team?
Okay. I'm gonna go Jared Cook.
All right, so Prez chooses D, tight end Jared Cook. And unfortunately, that field goal was wide left, ladies and gentlemen, because the answer is A, Latavius Murray. All right, he has 938 yards from scrimmage. He's averaging 4.9 yards per touch. All right, so he's second on the team. So unfortunately, I heard him last week with him being out as well. You know, they had Ty Montgomery carry the torch a little bit, who was very impressive in week 17. But Latavius Murray is usually a workhorse behind Alvin Kamara. All right. So unfortunately, Prez failed to put in points in the first quarter. So we have a 7-0 lead for the Saints going into the second quarter for Ross. All right, let's see. Are you going to try to extend it by 7 or are we kicking the field goal?
I'm going to keep it going. Give me another touchdown.
Here we go. All right. Hey, Ross is trying to take a commanding 14-0 lead. Here we go. Your second quarter question for 7 points. Since Trubisky's return to the quarterback position, the Bears are 3-3 with him, and he is averaging 250 yards per game with about a touchdown and a half and 0.8 interceptions per game with a 97.83 QBR. According to Next Gen Stats, what is his expected completion rate? Is it A, 67%, B, 65.8%, C, 72%, or D, 71%?
I'm gonna go B, 65.8%.
All right, Ross chooses B, 65.8%. Ladies and gentlemen, he's running away with the lead here because he's correct. The answer is, in fact, B, 65.8% is his expected completion rate. His 3 games against the Saints, obviously he didn't play week 8. He is 0-2 in the games he started with a 55.8 completion rate percentage. All right, so Mitch Trubisky might not be a guy. You know, playoff Nick Foles might need to see some reps.
Keep playoff Nick Foles on the sideline. Keep him on the sideline.
Might need to see something.
The bigger issue for me is getting out of this cover 3 defense because he is marching it down the field on me.
I'm coming for the seams, baby. I'm coming for them seams.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ross has jumped out to a big 14-0 lead here. Prez has to respond here in the second quarter. Sir, it's up to you. Are we kicking a field goal? Oh, there we go. All right. I thought it was going to get that answer. Here we go. 7 points for Prez, your second quarter question. At 41 years old and multiple nagging injuries, Drew Brees continues to live up to the nickname Cool Breeze. This year, in games within 7 points in the fourth quarter, Brees is 31 for 39 with an 80% completion rate with 3 touchdowns, averaging 9.3 yards per pass. According to Sharks football stats, what is his average success rate when passing the ball in the fourth quarter? Average success rate. Is it A, 59%, B, 62%, C, 52%, or D, 70%?
Run through those options again. I'm going to write them down.
It's A, 59%, B, 62%,
okay,
C, 52%, or D, 70%.
Okay. I'm going to go B, 62%.
If this isn't right, I want to do a pick 6.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ross has stated he wants to do a pick 6, and he might get that opportunity because the answer is not B. I will save the answer to see what Ross goes for a 21-0 lead before halftime.
And Prez, this is not being disrespectful, but I know you have the onside kick option at the beginning of the second half, so I need to pad it a little bit. That's all this is.
I get you.
His success rate in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, yes.
I'm going to go 59%. A.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ross has been doing his homework, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Because he is
Wow.
correct. The answer is, in fact, A, 59%, a success rate in the fourth quarter, of which he targeted Traquan Smith the most in the fourth quarter. That's his go-to receiver, with obviously with Michael Thomas being out.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's halftime.
Okay.
Normally, if we were playing Madden, you'd have to pass the controller, Prez, because we have a 21-0 lead here going into halftime.
Man.
However, it is on you. So you were up already, but you do get the opportunity to kick an onside kick, which would allow you 2 questions in a row, obviously, because you were back up early anyway in the third quarter. But if you get this question wrong, Ross will have a 28-0 lead.
Okay.
So it is on you whether or not you want to do it or not.
Now, if I choose to wait to the fourth quarter, that's an option too, right?
No, sir. It's only coming out at the halftime.
Okay. Well, onside kick it is.
Yeah, I think your options are pretty limited. Ross kind of
Yeah.
back you in the corner here, buddy.
Sorry, man.
Here we go.
It happens.
President's onside kick question. Are you ready?
Yes.
During the Week 8 game between the Saints and the Bears, kicker Will Lutz hit the game-winning field goal in overtime. What was the distance of that field goal?
Okay.
I'm not giving you any options, sir. You just got to know.
Oh, I just got to know that?
No.
Oh, it's high risk, high reward.
Oh, no.
Oh, this man here. All right.
This was a big game. It was an overtime, you know.
I'm going to say 32-yard field goal.
All right. Will Lutz's kick was, in fact, 35 yards.
Oh,
35-yard field goal.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, President is wrong. So Ross gets the 7 points, which puts his total to 28-0, running away with this game here. But we're going to keep the game going, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Yeah, man.
So
You can still defense your way back if I miss the questions.
Yeah, you still have a pick six option. There's still some opportunities.
Man, that onside, man, that hurt.
Yeah, you know, it's high risk, high reward. So we got to make it fair. Are you ready, sir, for your third quarter question? Prez, are you ready?
Yeah, that's me. Yep, I'm ready. Yep.
Here we go. I'm just going to give you the touchdown question. I'm just going to help you out here a little bit. Options.
Damn.
Here we go. I'm sorry, sir.
That's the slander.
Here we go. Here we go. Your third quarter question. The Saints have one of the elite defenses in the league. They rate third in total defense and are one of 4 teams that are allowing less than 100 yards rushing per game. According to the Football Outsiders, how many yards are they allowing per drive? Is it A, 27.07 yards, B, 31.13 yards, C, 24.96 yards, or D, 33.29 yards?
That's per drive, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go 24.9.
Prez said, man, they're the best in the league. They ain't giving up nothing, basically 25.96 yards. And unfortunately, he's wrong, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is, in fact, B, 31.13 yards. 24.96 yards belongs to the Steelers. Ooh. Chicago is averaging 31.81 yards per drive offensively. So you got a little tug and pull there where there's opportunity.
That's a good one.
All right. So we still have a 28-0 lead here for Ross. Very impressive to start our playoff games. Sir, let's see if he's going to be a little respectful here. He's going to go for a field goal or 7 points. Let's see what happens.
I am indeed going for a field goal here.
Oh, come on, man. Do what you got to do.
No, because I also need to protect the lead, right?
There you go.
You know what I mean? So I want to get it right.
There you go. That's
Here
fair.
we go.
Right. Yeah.
For your field goal in the third quarter. The Bears defense have been the backbone for the Bears' success. They have been a very sound team in the tackling department with less than 100 on the year, 100 missed tackles on the year. Mm-hmm. Which player has registered the most missed tackles according to Pro Football Reference? Mm-hmm. Is it A, Kyle Fuller, B, Eddie Jackson, C, Roquan Smith, or D, Khalil Mack?
Ooh. I'm going to say B, Eddie Jackson.
All right, Ross chooses B, Eddie Jackson. And for the first time in this game, he is wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Fans, I'm going to hold off on that to see just in case. All right. So Prez doesn't look like he wants to go for a pick six here on this
I'm
question.
gonna go for it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. There we go. Put some points on the board. So your options are again A, Kyle Fuller. B's been eliminated. C, Roquan Smith, or D, Khalil Mack.
I'm gonna go Roquan Smith.
Prez says Roquan Smith, the talented middle linebacker, has missed the most tackles, and he is in fact wrong, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is in fact quiet Kyle Fuller. Has registered
That's
16 missed
surprising.
tackles
Yeah.
on the season. He leads the team with 16 missed tackles, according to Pro Football Reference.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
We're going into the fourth quarter here. We have a 28-0 lead. We'll just say for the sake of this conversation, the spread on this game is 24. So maybe Prez can save face for bettors out there and just put some points on the game
man.
here
Man.
going into the fourth
Oh
quarter.
man, I'm not gonna forget this slander, bro.
He's like, wait till I have you on my game show.
Hey, man.
Wait till I create that Twitter burner account.
I hate this show, man. It's the worst thing ever created. The host sucks. He don't know. He's not right about anything.
The Twitter handle is like at Rod Murray sucks.
Yeah. Really
So,
bad.
Photoshop my face on some bad images. I got it, man. I'm sorry, sir. It's just the questions, man. I'm sorry. I just made the questions.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Here we go, sir.
I'm having fun.
Your fourth quarter question, sir. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So we're going for 7 points, correct?
7 points, yeah, man.
Here we go. The Saints offense should get Michael Thomas back after being out for the last 3 weeks, which should provide Drew Brees' relief given the unknown status of Alvin Kamara. According to Shark Football Stats, what is Thomas's successful play rate when he is a targeted receiver? Is it A, 54%, B, 63%, C, 42%, or D, 51%?
And that's plays over 20 yards, right?
Just successful play rate.
So successful play rate.
Yeah, successful play rate. Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go 54%.
Let's choose A, 54%. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, he failed to put up any points this game because the answer is in fact B, 63%. All right. He's averaging
That's impressive.
8.1 yards per catch. And when he's a targeted receiver, Drew Brees has a 74 completion rate. All right, which actually leads the team. So having him back could absolutely change this game if Alvin Kamara, unfortunately, is a no-go with COVID-19 protocol. So it's a big story to follow if he can play this weekend. All right. So Prez has made every better mad, I'm sure. So he might just want to stay in house this weekend. But we will see if Ross can extend the lead here to 31 points or even worse, 35. Here we go.
Right.
Sorry, what are we doing?
This is no longer about the Bears and Saints. This is about the Saints looking forward to striking fear in the eyes of their next opponent, right?
Okay, here we go.
So I'm going for the touchdown here. I need to establish as the New Orleans Saints in this perspective that no matter who is next, that they're up to the task and they're ready. So give me 7.
Here we go for 7 points in a 35-0 win. Here we go. The Bears' rushing attack took a significant hit once they lost Tariq Cohen to an ACL injury, forcing David Montgomery to shoulder the load alone. Directionally speaking, according to Shark Football Stats, where is he having the most success running the ball? Is it A, behind the center, B, behind the right guard, C, behind the left tackle, or D, behind the right tackle?
I'm going to go C, left tackle.
All right, so Ross chooses C for a commanding 35-0 victory. And there's nothing wrong with 28-0 because he's wrong,
Hey, all
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. The answer is, in fact, A, behind the center. He's averaging 4.5 yards per carry. He has 5 runs of over 10 yards or more and a 45% success rate when running behind the center. All right, so David Montgomery will be the only person carrying the ball for the Bears, and more oftentimes than not, he'll be successful right up the gut. All right, that's what David Montgomery is. So, ladies and gentlemen, in our first matchup, the New Orleans Saints will proceed on to the second round of the playoffs. But, sir, the floor is currently yours now for a victory speech.
Yeah, I always say the same thing every time, right? I want to say thank you to my mama for helping me get here, right? Steel trap up here from her, though. It's not mine. It's all hers. I want to say big thank you to Prez, Prez's mama, to Rod's mama. I never thank anybody without thanking their mama. I go to the grocery store, they hand me my bag, and I'm like, thank you, and thank you, mama.
Thank your
and then I
mama.
walk out. It's a part of it. It's very New Orleans. It's very New Orleans. No, I appreciate y'all, man. Always a pleasure, man. A lot of fun.
There it is, go. Sorry, Prez, you don't get a victory speech, and you
all
didn't
right.
actually you didn't get any points either. But you the floor.
It's okay, man. I'm winning in life. It's all good.
There you
Hey,
go.
man, hey.
There you go. There you go. And if the evidence means anything else because I won, then maybe that means that the Bears actually win the game.
Win the game.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I'll take that all day.
Sir, the floor is yours, sir, to give your score prediction on the game.
Man, I'm going to go 27-23. Bears.
Nice.
I like it. Stand with your team. All right. Ross, for yourself?
I'm going 31-17 Saints. Again, they got to get out to that early lead for sure. But I'm going to give them the old 2009 Super Bowl score, 31-17.
I like it. I will say that my only concerning thing is the Saints is unfortunately in the last two playoffs have fallen apart. And when it matters, right? I just think it was last year they lost to the Minnesota Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. So we've seen excellence through the regular season and nothing but turmoil and destruction in the playoffs. And if there's one thing I'll say about the Bears defense, they have the weapons to be very lethal and create turnovers at each level of their defense. So I think it's something to watch out for. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for an exciting and fun game. All right. So Ross will be moving on to our next week. We don't know who that opponent will be, but if he is anything as what he was today, I think he'll be making his way to the Super Bowl here today. As the winner, sir, you will get a hoodie. I'm wearing today. So we will be sending you a hoodie. I think it gets cold where you're at, maybe. If not,
it's cold for me because remember I'm from the swamp. So
there you go.
If it's below 80, I'm freezing. I'm done. I'm ready to go back inside.
There you go. So we'll shoot you a what's the game plan hoodie. You've already got a shirt, so it doesn't feel right to do that again. But this has been the first of 6 of an amazing Wildcard weekend. I want to thank both my participants today. Prez, they were not snugs, man. It's all in love. I want to thank you for showing up and showing out and representing your team as you always do. We look forward to a great matchup here with the 28-0 victory for the Saints. This is Rod Murray. I thank you all for watching.